So we are getting really bullish on these charts, and Mike Novogratz is getting bullish.
Bitcoin, please go to moon. Stop going sideways now. Don't ever say we going down to 1K, but Mr. Novogratz say we have bottomed out. Novogratz is bullish. Bottomed out. Don't ever rise is deadish.
Bearish fall to 1300.
Novogratz is bullish.
Bitcoin could be at 40,000.
Let us go to moon.
Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host Jay, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this Bitcoin chart. I want to talk to you about the charts that we've been watching on this channel. We have been hitting some critical levels on these charts. It was either make or break. It's looking like we're going to try to make it this time. I want to talk to you a little bit more about that. I also want to talk to you about some of these altcoins, hoping that some of these altcoins get back to their all-time highs. Now, I know a lot of people might be holding on to some all-time high coins and some all-time high wishes. So I want to be talking to you guys today about some things that could prevent your coin from getting back to the level that it was at. So if you're excited about that, nobody's really excited about that, but like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Check out my website, everythingcurrencycrypto.com. if you haven't checked it out. Check out the Hulu Girl NFT. We're going to be having a cocktail party next week where we will be giving out free NFTs, which will be used for other things in the ecosystem and every NFT project that I'm involved with. So let's just get right into this video. So the first things first that I want to talk about is this Bitcoin chart right here. So looking at this beautiful Bitcoin weekly chart and zooming into the last couple of weeks that we've been in, we have been in this ascending pattern right here going upwards on this Bitcoin chart. Now this green level was that level that I wanted to see us hold, which was very important, around $44,600, which was around the 34 moving average. We blew past that last week and that was beautiful. And then I said the next thing we needed to do was get to past this box right here, and look, we're right at the top of this box right now, testing this box. Now the lovely thing is that hopefully this plays out, and if this continues to play out, then we'll have ourselves a new to all-time high within a couple of weeks. We do have some major resistance at 59,280. Not sure why I put that line in there, but it was showing up as major resistance before in previous levels on this chart, so that's something to keep an eye on for sure. Zooming into the top of this box right here, I'm gonna go to the 4-hour chart. We can see that this level was a pretty important level. Got wicked above it, couldn't get above it, tried to go above it, retested. Now it's acting as resistance. So I expect we'll have some chop in this area for a little bit like we had over here, maybe a couple days or something like that. But I really hope we just blast above it. No matter what, we just got to stay above 46K. That seems like the level to beat right now. So I made a video talking a couple of weeks ago talking about I think Bitcoin could end up getting back up to 58K, and this is a chart that talks about why. So there was this descending pattern right here, and the breakout, if you measure from the top of this pattern to the bottom down here, and then you bring it over to where the coin broke out at, it gives you a target of somewhere around 57K. Now I thought it was going to break out a little bit higher. It would have been over here at 58K, but nonetheless this target could be measured around, you know, anywhere from $57,000 to $58,000 Bitcoin. For this target right now it's saying $57,679 to be exact. If we don't want to round up, that's the target that we should be making our way towards after we got this double bottom right here. We're getting some bearish crosses. Getting above the 200 moving average on the daily is an absolute beautiful thing to see. We can see in the past that is our bull run kind of indicator, our short-term bull run indicator. And on the weekly charts, we're above the 13 and 34 EMAs, so that's pretty good. That is looking very nice. Looking at this total 2 chart right here, it's looking just like the Bitcoin chart on this daily. So this also has a breakout target that is pretty high. So let's hope that we can make it back to some of these targets. Now, if I were to bring up the fib on this chart and pull it down to the bottom right here, we are actually at the perfect retest level, which is actually at the 0.5 level on the fib. So this is kind of alarming a little bit. We want to make sure we break through this and really hold above it. So we want to come up here and kind of retest this 0.5 fib level and make it support instead of being resistance, because that level is a very important level on this chart overall right now for the next up and coming days. So there's a coin that I want to talk about that has a pretty nice chart. I got in a cup yesterday, and that is the Filecoin. So if you don't know what Filecoin is, it is a decentralized storage network designed to store humanity's most important information. There are a couple of those on blockchain. Filecoin is made by some vets in the data industry, and it has a nice it's had some nice gains already. So on this chart of Filecoin right here, what I have marked is the all-time high to the all-time low, not the all-time low, but to the recent low from the all-time high. And we can see that this coin was at around $236 at its peak. Its peak close was around $993. So let's just say that the peak close was around $993 on the day. And right now it is at $26.40. Now I'm hoping, like, look, if I can get it to this coin at the bottom, it can go up pretty far. And that's what I mean by, like, some of these coins are down, you know, beat up like over freaking 90%, 70 to 90%. This one right now at its bottom was down 92%. Now getting back up to the top would be some pretty nice gains. That'll be 12,091% just to get back to the all-time high. So this would seem like a pretty nice area to buy these coins, you would assume, if that was the main thing you were looking at. But you want to make sure you check out a few other things if you're holding a coin and you're expecting it to go to the all-time high. Now there's been some things that happened since this all-time high until now that could be making it a little bit more difficult for Filecoin to get back up to its all-time high. So when I look at this chart, I'm saying, you know what, if I'm going to get into a trade here, first target is not going to be trying to get back to the all-time high. Maybe it's going to be getting back to the 0.5, and it is because this right now on Filecoin, there is a circulating supply of 183 million Filecoin, 183 billion Filecoin. I mean, is that million or billion? Yeah, 183 million Filecoin, and the market cap is about $4.8 million. Now, if I go to the snapshot data that is closest to, where's it at, to this area on the chart right here, which is around April 1st, in between April 3rd and April 6th is when it's had its all-time high. I can go on CoinGecko and look at the historic data from April 4th, and I can come down here. I can see Filecoin was number 7 on the charts. It had a market cap of $11 billion. It was $183, and there was only 64 million Filecoins in existence at that time. So when I come back to now, I can see that there's actually way more Filecoin in existence over time, over half. So I have to assume that, not assume, if Filecoin gets back to the same exact market cap that it was at, which is at $11 billion, then the price is going to be half of what it was at its all-time high last time. It's going to have a higher market cap this time in order for that price to get higher, because there are more coins in the circulating supply. So you want to look at the coins that you're holding in your wallet and make sure that you're not holding a coin that dumped a lot of circulating supply onto the market since, you know, November, because that's when everything started going down. So you want to make sure that they haven't just dumped a lot of coins in November if you're trying to wait for that coin to get back to the levels that it was at. If you're down, like in a coin, say you bought it at, like, you know, Filecoin, you buy it at $100, you're wondering if it's going to go back to $100. Should you hold it? Should you go ahead and cut your losses? Well, if it were the case, you can see on this chart right here, let's just say, hey, the market cap little bit more than doubled. We'll just call it a double. We'll say, hey, you know what, we'll take this fib chart, say if it gets back to 0.5, that's $62. If the market cap goes back up to there, that's what's going to be pretty interesting about this coin. Now, if you want to save yourself, one thing that you could do is kind of go ahead and start DCAing down here when you see a nice double bottom on these charts that look like this, and it looks like it wants to head up, especially once it gets above this 200 moving average on the daily. You say, you know what, this could be some pretty nice gains, just to make it back to there. You're talking about a 2x in your money to try to make up for some of that loss that you took when you bought that coin from a higher level. So this is something that you can use in this market right now. If you took some major losses in this previous run, if you bought the top of this previous run and you're looking at how to get some money back, this is something that you can do right now while these coins are starting to move. Look for these coins that are barely starting to take off. Get into them, before they start to head back to even just the 200 moving average on the daily. You'll see that there's some pretty nice opportunities just to make that money there. Now, if you lost some money and you're just holding, I encourage you, pick up some new skills. Please take a look at these charts, learn how to look at these charts, learn how to discover new cryptocurrencies, and learn how to go and manage Twitter and all that things, because you don't want to be sitting stagnant. This run, if this is the run that everybody is saying that it is, I'm not saying that it's for sure, but the charts are giving us some things pointing in that direction. Still not fully confirmed quite yet, but there's a lot of confirmations on these charts in the short to midterm for this thing to continue going crazy. There's a lot of macro things going on in this market as well. So like the channel, if you're not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to check out my website. Think positive, and positive things will come into your lifestyle. RIP to crypto roots. Hit me up if you want to get into my Telegram group where we can talk about a whole bunch of cryptos and all that good stuff. Till next time, peace.